Hello there folks, GK here. Welcome to episode 8 of my little Let's Play series. Once again, we are on the server alone. There's no one here. It's a tragedy. Changes. We've got more ender lilies. Yay! And we're actually getting quite a few ender pearls now from them. Because we've got this place chunk loaded, thank you very much. Just leaving the server on overnight gives us a good 9 ender pearls every time we log in, which has been enough to provide us with upgraded chests. Because we've got Enderium. Yay! Pro tip. You can make Enderium in the smeltery without using pyrotheum dust. Very, very convenient. But that's not what we're going to be doing today. Today we're going to be solving some inventory problems. Now, as you can see, more chests. They're just getting full. We've got mob drops, we've got plants, minerals, ores, so on and so forth. We need to find a way to deal with these. And I've been delaying and pushing it back, so I've been waiting for Paul to get back online. But today we're finally going to get around to a basic Applied Energistics system. And I've been preparing. Sort of, maybe, kind of. So, what is Applied Energistics? As you can see in NEI here, Applied Energistics is a mod. And it revolves around the creation of an ME system, which is matter/energy, or however they pronounce it. There's some lore behind it, but it's all quite amusing. So, the first thing we need to do is get some kind of power input and storage. And of course we've got some power here, so we can use it. But the power input relies on one of these, an energy acceptor, or, when I find it, where's the core? There's a controller around here somewhere. Anyway, there's an ME controller which you can feed power into as well. So to start with, we're going to be using the energy acceptor because we're going to build a subnet. Quartz glass, which is 5 pieces of any kind of quartz pulverized, and some glass. So let's grab some of our glass here. And I've pulverized some quartz already. We're going to be using Certus quartz because we've got tons of it. Dip. So this gets us our quartz glass. And we need a pure fluix crystal or a normal fluix crystal, as well as 4 iron. Now, you cannot create fluix crystals in any kind of machine, as far as I'm aware. There's probably a mod for Applied Energistics that allows you to do it, but we don't have it, so we're going to have to do it the old-fashioned way, which is to dig a hole in the floor. We have a bucket of water. Simple enough. And to make fluix dust, we need charged Certus quartz, redstone, and nether quartz. And you simply chuck them into the water. And this in-world crafting should create you. Yeah, look at that. Unnatural fluix crystals. So there we go, there's our energy acceptor, and this is the basics for it, because we need this to power the whole ME system. Next on the list, we need an inscriber, because a lot of these machines, like this ME drive, which we're going to make later, require processors, and these processors are made in an inscriber with silicon, redstone, and circuits are made with various items and a press. Well, we've already got the presses, and I've got some items here. So let's just get on with this. So the inscriber itself is 2 sticky pistons, another fluix crystal, and some iron. So I've got some iron here. Let's grab 7 of them, 2 of them, 6, 8 of them. We've got our fluix crystals. So let's make our pistons. Just like this. 2. They need to be sticky, and then we just finish off the inscriber. So, how does the inscriber work? The inscriber has 3 slots. The top slot is for your press, or your basic processing, what do they call it, circuit. The middle slot is for the item you want to press, so it's usually either a diamond, a piece of gold, or a piece of pure Certus quartz, and the bottom is for silicon, and that's for when you actually make a whole circuit. So, for example, I've got a press here. Let's say we want the silicon press, and I've got some silicon. So we'd put the press in the top and the silicon in the middle, and this would normally start, but it hasn't got any power, which is why we need our energy acceptor. So I'm going to place this here, and I'm going to get some cables to hook it up. Do I have any? Of course I don't. Okay, we're going to have to make some more. I believe it was just a basic leadstone one, wasn't it? We'll probably use the hardened one, which requires leadstone anyway. Okay, so it's lead and glass. Just grab two of them. Glass. I'll have to use some of the glass in here. Leadstone. Lead. No. No? Have I done it wrong? I did. In fact, let's get a couple of those, because we'll probably need more later. And to upgrade those, we need Invar, I believe. Yeah. Invar and redstone. We've got enough redstone, I think. No, we haven't. Need another one of those. Wrong. Invar is in here. There you go, they're hardened. Okay, I am going to remove this water for the moment. I'm going to tap into the power line that's running down here. Aha. I will warn you now, guys, this setup is completely temporary. We will be moving these to a different room, but for now, needs must. Ooh, couldn't get out. Ah, did you see? I missed it. That's got power now, and it's powering this. And you saw the press come down to make the silicon? So if I grab another piece of silicon, stick that in there, you see this gauge start to fill up, and then when it's complete, stamp. Ting. You can put speed upgrades in this to make it faster, but that's how you get your basic printed silicon. And the same thing applies to, let's say, a couple of these diamonds. We need our, I believe it is a engineering press for diamonds. Just place one in the middle. It can only accept one at a time. Wait for it to go. Stamp. Cling. There's our press. We'll get one more. Just watch that fill up. Okay. Now we can combine these with redstone. So if we put a piece of redstone in the middle, we put our silicon at the bottom, and our engineering circuit at the top, it will then press all three of these, see that, into a circuit, a processor, and we're going to need two of them later. Whoops. If we go back to Applied Energistics, ME drive requires two of these, but it also requires some of these ME glass cables, which are more fluix crystals, pure or not, and quartz fiber, which is crushed quartz and glass. So let's get a few of those. I've already crushed some quartz here. Let's grab 6 of them, 12 of those, and we'll make some of our fluix cable. There we go. 24, that's a good start. Now this fluix cable can actually transfer power as well. So we can attach it to things like this and transfer it over. So we can move this away and just to add on to it. Other than that, they function like cables from any other mod. So there we go, that should still be getting power. Let's give it a test. Ah, fail. I don't know why it's failed, but I'm sure there's a reason. Must not be able to accept power from a cable. Let's use our crescent hammer to pop these off. So, you didn't see that. Ignore that. Nothing happened. So, once we've got our drive, which is with our iron, so we've got 4 iron, 2 ME glass cables, and our 2 processors. ME drive. This is going to be the center point of our Applied Energistics system. I'm not going to place it down just yet because it needs more things. Specifically, it needs these storage cells. At the very least, a 1K storage cell. Because this is just a drive rack. It doesn't hold anything apart from the storage components. We're also going to need some way to access the items that are inside it. To it, we're going to need a crafting terminal or a where is it? No, not pattern terminal. There we go. ME terminal, which is some form of illuminated panel, a formation and annihilation core, and a logic processor. Logic processors, they're easy enough. It's a similar principle to what we had before, but we use a logic press and a piece of gold. There's our logic circuit. We'll need our silicon press again in order to get more silicon, and then we can combine all these to make what we need. So there's our silicon. We'll put that in the bottom. No, doesn't allow you to put it in if there's something else in there that's not compatible. So there's our logic circuit. Next we need, now these annihilation and formation cores are a pain. They require pulverized fluix dust and a logic processor. So where am I going? Let's pulverize a few of these. Let's grab 16 of them and make some more logic processors. So we're going to need at least 2 more. We're going to need, we've got a logic press. Redstone, we need redstone. That's why I was coming over here. Right, let's start pressing these. So we need gold and, no, that's silicon. Logic. And again. Fortunately, these logic circuits stack, so you can put a couple of them in. Let's take that out. Put our silicon in. When you're done. Yeah, definitely going to have to put a few speed upgrades. Acceleration cards, they're called in Applied Energistics. There's one. What else do we need in the meantime? Illuminated panel is more quartz glass, glowstone, redstone, and iron. So let's grab another piece of redstone, because apparently I'm dumb and missed it. There we go, press. Oh, yeah, that's the one. Let's grab 2 pieces of glowstone, and I believe there was a piece of iron there. And then we need more quartz glass. There we go. So 3 of those, 2 glowstone, 1 redstone, iron. Gives us 3 illuminated panels. Now the formation core, yeah, that's fairly simple. We've got our fluix dust now. We need some Certus quartz, so we'll just grab half a stack of those. And it was Certus quartz, fluix dust, and logic processors. Gives us 2 formation cores. And the opposite one, the annihilation core, is, oh, it's nether quartz. Okay, it's fair enough. We've got a little bit of that. Or at least we had a little bit of that. There it is. You will go through a huge amount of quartz when making this mod, so expect it to be expensive in terms of resources. So we've got our annihilation core, we've got our formation core, we've got our illuminated panel, and our last logic processor should give us an ME terminal. Awesome. So I'm just going to put these marble back for the moment. Put our ME drive down. We'll put a flux cable on top. These cables are multi-parts, by the way. The terminal actually sticks in the same block as the cable, and that works. So that should actually be online. It is, but there's nothing in it at the moment because there's no drives. So let's start with our 1K storage drive. 3 redstone, 2 quartz glass, 3 iron, and an ME storage component, which is quartz, another logic processor, and more redstone. So let's make another logic processor. Grab a little bit more redstone. A little split in here. Thank you. We're going to need silicon. Inventory management issues. And then we're just going to combine all those to a logic press. So we'll need some more quartz glass. Nope. Well, we're wrong way around. Where's our... Did I use up all my fresh quartz? Huh. Strange. I guess I didn't take enough. There's some more quartz glass. You're done. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. In fact, we'll probably make 2 of these while we're available. 1K storage component. Oh, maybe we won't. Put those in there. We need 2 quartz glass, 3 iron. Okay, so our storage housing. You can take the storage components out of the housings and then put them back in, so you can upgrade them later, which is convenient. And we want our ME storage component to create us our storage cell, which then goes in here. Isn't that cool? And that's it. That is a basic ME system. We can now actually put things in here and store them. You can search for things, so if I just want to search for iron, there it is. Lead, there it is. Quartz, and it obviously searches for anything with quartz in the name. Voila, that's it. Applied Energistics done in just under 20 minutes. Not bad. And as I say, we're going to be moving this around. There may or may not be something special hidden behind this wall, but you're not going to see. Not until next time anyway. So, what to do next? We're going to have to start feeding these cables and stuff through, and we're also going to have to start automating this inscribing, because this is really slow. So I am going to put my Applied Energistics stuff in here and try and resolve all this. And then we're going to set up a Steve's Factory Manager system where we can automate this inscriber. There are other ways to do it, but I find Steve's Factory Manager to be the easiest. And I just need to work out how to get more of those, well, how to get the power into it remotely. What am I doing? Glass? No? Yeah. I think we use these, because although these are components of the ME cables, they can also attach directly to things. and they provide power. So I think the problem was I was just providing power to the wrong side. Or maybe it doesn't need power, I don't know. Let's test. So we know that power comes out of here. Can power go into the back? Only one way to find out. Where's the press? It's the logic. Where's the logic press? There it is. Aha, yeah. Power does go into the back. Stamp. Thank you. So we can actually place this, I don't know, in a wall somewhere or behind the scenes and just have it do its own thing. But what we need to do is now automate with Steve's factory manager. So I am going to grab my factory manager. It's in this box. There it is. This is the one we used to make all that compressed cobble a few weeks back, which is still going strong. And we're going to need a chest. So just a basic chest. So how are we going to do this? Steve's factory manager allows us to access every side of the block, which is convenient. So I'm going to stick my chest on there. It's a typical thing, create the trigger. We're just going to have a standard interval, so it checks every second. And the first thing we want to do is make sure this is clear. So create input, and we want to say inventories are inscriber, target, every side, all the sides, items, blacklist, empty blacklist, everything. We want it to take everything out and put it into the chest. Target, any side, it doesn't matter there. So every second this will take everything out of the inscriber. So if no, it's already done it, I think. Did I put mine? I did, because I'm an idiot. So if I put my logic press in there, after a second it should be taken out. There we go, and put in the chest. This is our initial clear, so let's disconnect the trigger for the moment. Now we want to say a condition. If this chest contains, it doesn't matter the side, requires all, a inscriber logic press and a gold ingot. We can specify amount here, but we don't need to. If true, so we'll just drag this along for the moment. Take from the chest any side, and we're going to whitelist the inscriber logic press, and we're going to output it into the inscriber. Now target, it needs to be up, so it needs to be on the top face, because that's the only place that that inscriber will fit in. And then we'll connect these up, and then we'll want another input from the chest. Target, doesn't matter, and we're going to whitelist a gold ingot. We're going to create another output, inventories, inscriber. This time we want it into, so let's say, one of the side faces, not the up face. And there we go. So let's connect our output there. We're going to set our trigger interval to be 4 seconds. In fact, we'll make that 5 seconds just for convenience so we can watch it. Unless I type the wrong key. Okay. So, there is nothing in here. And because there is no gold in this chest, it's not pulling out the inscriber logic pressed. But if I put gold in, after a minimum of 5 seconds, it will place them in, wait 5 seconds, and then pull everything out. It's a good start. And we're going to follow that through with everything. So it's going to take a few minutes. So I'm going to cut here, finish automating this, and we'll be back in a jiffy. And there guys, we're back. I've finished some partial automation of this. So as you can see, this is our sequence of events now. So this is our clear function as we had before. Now, logic 1 is what you just showed me creating. I've just turned it into a command group. It checks to see if all the ingredients are in the chest, and then it will take the press and the gold bar, in this case, this is the logic press, and place them in the top and middle slots respectively. But it'll only work if they're actually in there. So if I turn this on right now, nothing should happen. I've changed this timer to be 6 seconds, by the way. Nothing at all. And if I put a gold bar, it now fits the criteria, plucks it out, and puts it in the chest, in the inscriber even. So it'll press. After the 6 seconds expire, it'll take it out, it'll wait another 6 seconds, and nothing should happen, because there's nothing to qualify. It should do the same with a diamond. So if we wait for the 6 seconds, it'll press, and put it back into the chest. It should do the same with the silicon. So if we put 3 silicon in there, it should take the press first, and press the silicon, and it will repeat that every 6 seconds. Lovely. And then, because there's silicon and the press is in there, if we just add some redstone, it should take all 3 of them out and turn them into the processors we need, in theory. In practice, it seems that I've done goofed. So I'll figure out what's gone wrong and troubleshoot that. So we're up to here. So logic 2. Condition. Does it have those? Requires all. If true, take from the chest, down slot, printed logic circuit. Specify amount 1. Output inventories to the inscriber. Target up, yes. Empty blacklist. So that should have gone in there, but it didn't. So that's annoying. Everything else seems to be working, so it should take the logic out. So I'm going to troubleshoot a bit further, and I'll come back when I've actually figured out what's gone wrong. Hello again, guys. Okay, I figured out the problem. It was a very simple mistake. In the content command under the condition, I was indeed searching for silicon, but I'm looking for raw silicon. What we actually need is the silicon. Printed silicon. That's all that we needed to change. I can set the trigger back up now, and it should find everything in the top chest and put them in. And there we go. Automated presses. It should just be taking them all out individually. So there we go. There's our first logic processor. There's the second. And all we have to do is put the items in this top chest, and it will do the rest for us. And we can get this down to about, I think it's 2 seconds per crafting if we add 3 acceleration cards in here. What does it take to make them? Helps if I spell them. No, it's ACC. There we go. So it's a pure fluix crystal or a normal fluix crystal. Those are hard to say. And an advanced card, which is a calculation processor. Did I get you to? So We haven't got calculation processors yet. Oh, something's done goofed. So our engineering processes, content, condition, requires all, yes, input from the chest, engineering circuits, into their up slot. Okay. Input redstone. It's the north slot. And input printed silicon into the bottom slot. Okay. So I don't know why it's done that. Shouldn't have done that at all. Give me a moment. Oh, fun and games with Steve's factory manager. Okay. It's working now. What I changed is that on these inputs, I told it to specify amount. I don't know why it was doing that before, and it only seems to be doing it for the engineering processors. But they're at least working now. There we go. There's our 11 processors. Let's go and make some of these acceleration cards. Now these need calculation processors, which need pure Certus quartz crystals. And the only way to get pure Certus quartz crystals is to create a pool of water, take some Certus quartz seeds, which for example are made with a bit of sand and a bit of quartz. Notice they have 0%. You take your seeds and you throw them in water. Just like that. And then you leave them for hours. No shit, they just take forever. What we need to do is make some crystal growth accelerators, which means we need these. And of course they need power, which means we need fluics, and that's something we're going to be getting done probably on the next episode. So I'm going to grow a few of these over the week, and eventually we'll set this down so it can make the calculation processors as well. And we're going to make some more acceleration cards to speed this up, and I'm going to make all of this neat, and we're going to move it into a different room or wherever we feel is convenient. But for now, this is all good. This is working. We have an Applied Energistics system, and I can feed these cables through the walls over here, and we can have sort of a panel on the wall here if we need to access it. We can have another panel on the back in one of these bookshelves if we need it. I don't think the sheep need one. You know, we could even drop down here and have it feed through the floor, and have one of these panels in the wall, like back here. And we can restrict this to say only Thorncraft stuff. So, what do you think of the new Thorncraft room, by the way? Isn't it shiny? With side space for reasons. But you'll find out what those are one day in the future. In the meantime, guys, we're done here for today. Thank you for watching. If you've liked this episode, please leave a like. If you've disliked this episode, please leave a dislike. Tell me what I'm doing wrong, help me improve. Beyond that, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Have a good evening. Bye bye.